Oh, I guess I'm right here. I don't know if placement-wise I'm exactly below, but... And these guys are annoying. They're one of the more dangerous enemies in the game. Just 'cause they don't stop. And I lost 2 of my gun levels there. That's a trap. I think there's a way to get that. Nope. I know there's a way to bypass the water hazards. I think it involves taking a hit. But that was definitely not the way to do it. Because now I lost my gun levels and I'm on my last life. So I have made my job easier. No easier. And I think the developers just put that there to troll you. And that's a hazard floor. So I guess the challenge will be trying to make it out of Area 4 without dying anymore. We'll see. If I can get a fully powered up gun, that might be doable. Because I don't want to burn a continue. I'd rather not burn a continue on this level. Because I'll need them later. But we'll just have to see here. Again, limited continues means you don't get a whole lot of chances to screw up. And I think probably the most likely areas where you're going to use your continues are areas like this with insta-kill hazards. So, definitely not making it easy. Suckers. And I gotta be careful because with my D-pad here, I don't want it to accidentally send me sideways directly off the platform. Cause me to lose a life. But I believe these guys won't regenerate when I have to backtrack out of this area. So at least if I kill them all here, I think they'll be gone for good. I may be eating those words shortly here, but we'll see. And there's very, very short momentary invincibility when you get hit in this game, so you have to be careful. Might be easier just to use my grenades on these guys. My normal gunshots don't kill them very quickly. But you have to be dead center with the grenades. And it's close range. Okay. We got hover, thunder break. Alright, level 4 gun, that's a start. I think that'll help for hitting those guys. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get another 4 levels by the end of the level, or the end of the zone before I hit the boss. So I guess we'll see if we can find another dungeon. Because I don't want to spend a lot of time on these, since the more I spend in each of these dungeons, the more chances I have to accidentally kill myself and burn up my continues. And if I do end up dying here and I go back to the beginning, then I'm just going to beeline it for the boss. And I won't bother upgrading my gun, and I'll just use grenades. I ended up doing that last time, but it was kind of close. Level 4 boss is kind of where the game starts ramping up in difficulty. Say level 4 and 5 and 7 are probably the most difficult, aside from the final boss. But looks like our friends in the suits didn't come back, so that's good. If they respawned every time you walked off screen, that'd be very annoying. Yeah, there's the most troll power up. Oh, hello. I think we're just gonna move on. Okay. So we're back in the tank. This is a dead end. I want to say there's at least one more dungeon in the middle section of the sewers. We might come across it as we're trying to make our way to the goal. The path forward is down and to the left. So if we just make our way in that direction, just see. So dodge all these mines. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to put mines in the sewer, but flying walnuts. I think this is hard to tell, but I should be getting close to the critical path. If I start seeing those little spinning flying hover guys, that'll be the sign that I'm getting close. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is another dungeon. Let's see if it's easier to get some weapon upgrades here. Whoa. I have to be careful not to take any unnecessary hits and waste all my upgrades. Ah. And there we go. Man, I hate these guys so much. They just don't stop coming. Well, I wasted all of the gun levels that I had. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. Well, might as well see what's at the end of this part. Back to the short-range pea shooter. That was a dead end. So I need to go up here. If I had the wave, this would be easier because I could just pick off all these guys from a distance, but I don't have the wave, so I have to get right up in their face. While trying not to slide off of the bridges going over the water. And since I don't have any gun levels, I need to take as many of these guys out as I can. So in the event I do get a power up at the end of this part, I won't have all these guys shooting at me as I make my way back to the entrance. So there's some stuff up top. That gives me the range. Oh, wow, that was close. It's too bad you can't shoot through the walls. Guess that wouldn't be fair. Yeah. Starting to think that it's not worth it to try and farm up some power-ups in these areas. There's too many of these guys and I keep getting hit. So even if I have... I guess we'll just have to see how much they give me. So much damage. You out. Okay, it's 4 levels. And I'm back where I started with this lame curvy gun. So ultimately, that didn't really help. I guess I filled up my hover. Well, I guess I'll make my way back to the entrance. Alright, so as we make our way back to the beginning, should be pretty straightforward because our good friends, the robots, is that what those are? Should be gone. I can't get that. I think that's a different dungeon. Yeah. So I just need to make my way back to the beginning. Oh, hello. Okay, so I ragged on the Kirby gun kind of a lot since the beginning, but for sections like that where the enemy is below you, or to the side, it's pretty useful for shooting them. And it can shoot around corners too, which is nice. So I guess it has its moments. Okay. I think this area below is where I need to go. If I remember correctly, the critical path is always down and to the right. And then once you can't go down to the right anymore, you'll head to the left, since that's where the boss door is. So it's really not too bad, but I could see how this section would confuse a lot of people. It's not clear where to go, and there are not really any good indicators of the critical path. You just have to sort of trial and error it until you make progress. So I can understand why it's annoying. But I think this is the way to go. Again, in Blaster Master Zero and the new one, the inclusion of an actual map system is very helpful and made it a whole lot easier to traverse these areas because you can always tell which direction you're supposed to be going in. And I wonder, I think there might be a dungeon at the top of this. Nope. Just gonna keep moving forward. I would like to part my gun more, but at this point I'd rather just get through this area. And see, now the hover guys are showing up, so that's the sign that I'm heading in the right direction. It's a really subtle clue that you're heading in the right spot, and I guess as a kid I just never made it down here, or I didn't realize that I was heading in the right direction. So now we can see the sewers changes to this more brick texture. And we are currently at the very bottom now, so if we just head to the left, then that will take us to the boss dungeon. Like so. And we hover up here. And keep making our way forward. And this guy, then it changes to this brownish texture. And we are here at the boss ladder.